Can't believe Pierce went all celebrity on me.
Wow, you just said that right in front of him, huh?
Hey, Shaundi, you remember the time when
When we found that stash of weed I hid under the couch cushions at the crib in Stillwater, smoked the whole bag, then thought it'd be fun to get in a fist fight with Johnny.
What? No, just,
I know. Good times.
Damn it, girl!
She's still doing it. Right, so welcome back to Saints Row 4. Today, it's time for a different Shaundi. Oh, fun Shaundi's on the ship?
Hey, I'm on the ship. Come talk to me.
Alright, well, I don't remember seeing you there, but okay. So, where is our good old friend Shaundi but younger? Let's see, over... Oh, okay. You're you sure you're not in here? Well, no, that's Sid's room. She wouldn't be in here. Alright, I guess that's just her. Hey?
Look, I have to prove to other me that I'm more than a party girl. So I came up with a list of things that are causing problems in the simulation.
Sounds good.
I mean, lists are usually some amount of part of the party. Usually the part no one likes to think about, but, you know. It's good to have lists going into them so you know what you need for them. So I don't know if you're exactly gonna convince her with this. Ah well, anyway, so, like I said last time, Shaundi does get 2 sets of missions. One for Shaundi the regular.
I found an overload point. That's what it's called, right? The racing thing?
Sure. I mean, Kenzie would know better than I do. But yeah, now we've got the younger Shaundi. So we're gonna help her out, see what kind of missions she has. Is this the race I'm thinking? Yeah, I'm pretty... Yep, okay, we had an edit point here. Right, so I severely missed this one several times. Let me see if I can see the exact point it comes in at, because there's, a little thing I was a little confused about. Little. Time for riddle, whatever. Anyway, yeah, it's not difficult or anything. It's just I get confused, I think once we get to a park, right? Yeah, this is all simple enough. Right, so... we jump over the bridge, and we keep going. I kept turning to the left. I kept turning to the left, because I saw the orbs there before I saw the ones below me. Because I turned too quick. They caught my attention. I'm like, go that way. No, you just go over the bridge. So yeah, consequently that kind of just messed me up, and that meant that I was constantly losing. And, you know, for a few losses I was like, this is weirdly difficult. Why is this so difficult? And then yeah, in like the 3rd, maybe 4th attempt, I was like, oh, wait. This is, in fact, incredibly easy. I just missed that completely. Alright, well, nobody tell Fun Shaundi that this activity is called Blazin'. That might give her the wrong idea. And she's trying to not be a party girl right now, so... you know, frankly, I feel like if she wants to prove something, we should help her. Oh, that's all for Blazin'. Man, we're really wrapping things up. It's actually kind of sad. I'm gonna miss the races. So what do you mean silver? There was one I got only a silver on? Must have been one of the first ones.
What? Oh, right. There's a patrol that needs taken out.
You're not paying that much attention, are you? Ah, well, anyway, since we're on a patrol now, I guess we go into voice actors then. So, Fun Shaundi in this game is voiced by Jennifer Jules Hart, who is not her voice actress from Saints Row 2. Of course, she did change voice actresses to Danielle Nicolette in Saints Row the 3rd, stayed there for 4. In Saints Row 2, as a reminder, she was voiced by Eliza Dushku. But, yeah. I think Jennifer Jules Hart does a pretty good job of sounding relatively alike. Like, she's a little different, but I think it's one of those, it's close enough. She is similar enough that it counts. It's fine.
Oh, one of those
rips in the simulation. I tagged one of those too.
Alright, a rift. And now I'm struggling to remember, is this one of the auto runners? I think it might be. Let's see, I think we're done with the telekinesis ones. I don't remember if we're done with the platformers though. Again, we are really kind of close with a lot of these. We are actually getting towards the end. We've got not too many more other saints to rescue after this, and we're chugging along pretty quickly with the others now that we're done with the DLC. Like, after this, we'll have Pierce. We're already done with Asha, so don't need to worry about that. Okay, there we go. Now we're in. Yep, okay, it's an auto runner. And I feel like this might also be the last one. And unfortunately, I am kind of hoping it is the last one, just because, like, I had the same problem here that I did before. But at the very least, I was able to control this a bit better. Like, I was prepared for the controls to not work for me. And as such, I think I was able to do this on... was it the second try? I don't think it took me that many attempts. Certainly not quite as many. I wasn't wrestling with the controls nearly as much. Though you can see sometimes I did. Also, that ran out quick, jeez. That was gone in no time. You do get a little bit of a burst when you do run into the little hurdles there, so you do want to activate this when those are around. It's kind of activating in the middle of nowhere means you don't get quite as much time. It's really hard to keep up a combo.
I admire your determination.
Thanks, Sid. Now, I also remember Sid being more annoying when I first played the game. Like, maybe it's because the computer was running worse, and therefore I was playing worse, but I could have sworn Sid was not as nice as he is here.
There is more to you than I thought.
Like, maybe that is a little patronizing, but at the same time, like, I vaguely remember more of a, wow, you suck at this sort of tone to him. Wow, you're so bad. I've never seen anybody this bad. But no, he is actually pretty, encouraging overall. Again, a little patronizing, but
This may work.
I think it's just because Molasses' computer was really kind of dragging me down, so it is both, I'm performing worse, so he's probably using more of the, wow, you're so bad at this voice lines. There are some. Ooh, that was close. But also I just had to experience it for longer since the computer was running like Molasses. So that probably got to me a lot more. Don't actually remember how these were. I guess not that bad.
Interesting choice.
Yeah, see, Sid, that's just kind of patronizing. You keep doing this. Also, yeah, I think grabbing the pickups does also increase the meter while it's burning down, but like, by such a low amount that I really don't think it's gonna help that much. Even if you do manage to pick up a bunch in a row, it's really the barriers you want to slam into. But, you know, that's kind of obvious. That is how these were all set up, just as kind of an alternating, this is where you collect, and this is where you run your face into things. And gold. I mean,
Not too easy for you, is
it really wasn't, because I was struggling with controls a little bit. Now, looking at this now, it doesn't seem like I was too bad with it. At the very least, it wasn't messing me up, like, in critical areas like it did for the previous one. Like, Asha's version of this was just awful for that. Ooh, don't want to slow down there, because then I'd probably fall in the pit. Which would be a restart. It's not like that kills you or anything, you don't auto-lose, but Okay, so there was the critical area where it almost messed me up. But it didn't, so... Eat it, game. You got nothing, you couldn't stop me.
It's not easy to impress me, but you have managed to do so.
Alright, I am assuming that is gonna be the last one. 43. Also, 50 is the max, so... We're also kinda closing in on being done with that. Yep, everybody's messed up again. Okay, we did get gold medals on all of those, which means I don't need to do that again. I don't like your eyes. I don't like the size, I don't like the fact that apparently you have peoples on both sides.
Still under Zen control. Pop that shit open, boss.
Oh, we have a place to lockpick, cool. I don't know if I can, considering I am being pursued, but, see if I can just take care of that real quick. Things keep running into me. Ugh. There we go. I forget where we are on store count, but we are almost done. We've been almost done for a while now, thanks to Kinsey. But now we're even closer. This can't be another ladder, right? Yeah, surely it wouldn't be that easy for the end. But it's honestly still really easy. Okay, 3 more left. All of those will be within Saints missions, so I don't have to do any of these on my own. Really, I don't think there's anything you have to do on your own.
Hey, check us out. Pretty good job on my part. Hey, you mind stopping by?
You didn't even do anything. But yeah, no, there's no activity that you have to do on your own, except the co-op ones. Although that's not quite on your own.
Gotta be honest, helping out was cool, but it doesn't change the fact that being stuck in this simulation kinda sucks. Quality of life could be a lot better if you could clean this place up a bit.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'll keep going for it. Ooh, gravity. Gravity is actually pretty fun. I think explosion is still more efficient, but... I don't think gravity's actually half bad. Okay, so what do we got? Oh, right. It's like, wow, this is going fast, and yeah, that's because I sped it up. I am actually going to be getting a bunch of upgrades here. Because I have so much money, there's really no reason not to get all of these upgrades. So I am. Most of these aren't even useful because, like, I don't really summon gang members. Revive Timer's useful because that also applies to my other friends. Not just the randos that I summon. But... yeah, like, I don't need people coming in with SMGs because I don't really summon people, and hey, we just have that automatically! Would have thought you need to buy that, but nope. I mean, that's fine by me. Also, what am I missing? Don't pay attention to any of this stuff, this is mostly DLC stuff. Look, I know I covered Enter the Dominatrix and that's supposed to be there, so you can acknowledge that. But all the Christmassy stuff, don't do that. No, not yet. There's also... internet people that you can summon. I'm not going to, but they are there. Remember the birches? Remember Hey Ash, What You Playin'? I never watched that, so I only remember that because, you know, they're there on the menu.
These men are all up in my neighborhood. Can you take them out?
Alright, but don't get scared if I get in one little fight, though, okay? I do not need you to send me to Bel Air. They don't have that place mapped out yet. Ooh, hey there. Missed you. And I haven't. Anyway, though, right, so... I feel like I want to talk about Shaundi, but, like, this is just Saints Row 2 Shaundi. I feel like I probably said everything I need to about Shaundi in Saints Row 2 in Saints Row 2. You know, I definitely feel like Saints Row 3 Shaundi has more of the development, Saints Row 2, she kind of had a character arc, sort of. I feel like it never really got fulfilled in a satisfying way, but, you know. There was the fact that the boss didn't really want her on missions that much. And then she got kidnapped and she kinda had to prove herself again. Also, yeah, here's Gravity. Like I said, it's pretty fun to use, but I probably could've ended that there if I had just exploded them. Either way, though, only 12 more flashpoints. Alright, what do we got next?
I'm getting bad vibes off this car. It's really freaking me out. Can you get rid of it?
Okay, that's pretty good, just... I hate that car. Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it. Guards! Seize that car! But yeah, I feel like maybe in this game they kinda lean on one of the more prominent aspects of her character, which is her interrupting people. Especially Pierce and just taking his idea. Also, yeah, I was looking for those clusters, but they're all connected to the hotspots, so I should just move on before I aggro bunches in. Anyway, though, yeah, like, I feel like they lean on that a little bit too much, but... I don't know. They also don't have much to work with for Shaundi from Saints Row 2. Because again, she still exists. She just became the Shaundi we know from Saints Row the 3rd, who does have a bit more character, a little more fleshed out, had a stronger character arc, that sort of thing.
Ever since that night on Loren's plane, things haven't been the same. I used to be fun and carefree. I used to smile and laugh. Now I just want everyone to pay for what the Syndicate did. Johnny didn't deserve to die like that. He was the toughest person I knew. And it's my fault. I should have gone back for him.
Wrong, Shaundi, but that just proves my point. That came in at the perfect time. We have this whole aspect of just... Even though we've gotten our revenge, she just doesn't feel better. Because, yeah, sure, we got rid of the Syndicate, but that's not going to bring Johnny back. Like, she's always going to feel guilty about that. And nothing short of Johnny actually coming back to life is going to help her overcome that. Because overall, the issue is just an absence. Like, she avenged the wrong, but that means nothing in the long run, and that's just kind of... really left her in a permanent state. So yeah, and then you go back to Saints Row 2, and it's like, okay, well, she hasn't had that happen to her yet. We have this Shaundi here for reasons of contrast. But when it comes to her own stuff, what do we do? And it's mostly just, yeah, I guess she can interrupt Pierce for a bit. She does kind of wind up doing that a lot. I say a lot, but see, this is more just me kind of nitpicking at this point, because it's not so prevalent that it's annoying or anything. It's not drowning out her character that sometimes she does that joke, it's just... That's kind of the big joke that has to be used. It's her thing, so they're gonna fit it in a few times. Again, it's not a point of annoyance, it's just... I noticed it, and so I want to point it out, because it does get utilized a bit. Though she does get good jokes, other than that. I do like the, I hate the vibes on that car. Get rid of it. I want that car dead.
I could use a place to get a touch-up nearby. Can you crack that image as designed?
They're also having us, I guess, lockpick a bunch of places. Like, not a lot of characters actually have the hack stores for me thing. Most of those come from Kinsey. I think Matt also had a couple, just as I also want to know how this works deal. But yeah, Shaundi gets a few. After all the door opening ones, guess they had a few stores left over that they wanted you to be able to access, so they just gave it to a few other characters. But really, most of what you need is gonna be covered by Kinsey in this case. There we go. My white whale for a little bit. Like 10 seconds. I don't think that can really count, can it? Well, if it's a white whale, it's gotta be something that plagues you for a long time. Otherwise, that would just be called fishing. Like, oh, that really annoyed me, but then I immediately solved the problem and just caught the fish. I immediately reeled it in after being annoyed by a couple seconds. But I got it. Like, that's just how fishing works. One slippery little fella just kind of annoys you for a few minutes after you've had many minutes of presumably silence. If depictions of fishing are to be believed, and I do. I feel like it's not unreasonable to say fishing works like that, and it's boring for anybody who doesn't like fishing. Okay, must be below me then. There we go. Once again, my white Once again, my smallmouth bass. You're only annoying enough to be a bass, that's it. You've got nothing else going for you.
Dust to dust, bitch.
And 10 more. Alright, so this isn't as long of a video. I think in general, Fun Shaundi just has fewer objectives for you to cover, but I've also got overall fewer clusters to pick up, but that doesn't mean we're free of them. Also, I have 209, and I have, like, nothing to spend it on. Why do I have so many if I don't need to spend them? Running on water was free for some reason. Like, I would've bought that, I would've been fine with it. But no, I just got it. Guess I shouldn't complain, but like, I've kinda got a stockpile, and I don't know if I should be stockpiling data clusters. It seems vaguely dangerous. Anyway, nobody aggro on me, please. And nobody run me over, either. It'd probably summon Zin if I went after you, so I'm just gonna hack the store, but nonetheless, know that I hate you. I would hunt you to the ends of the earth, but I don't want to kill a Sid right now. Oop, wrong way around. Why did I reset the entire thing? Yeah, don't rush me, it's fine. Yeah, come on. You had it before, you just need to go under instead of over. I guess it does kind of change the nature of the squiggly to have to go downwards, but it's more or less the same principle, just underneath. So anyway, we've only got 2 more of those. Yeah, we're already done here.
Nice job cleaning up the place. I really appreciate it. I got one more thing when you have time.
I mean, this is the time I've made for you, Fun Shaundi, so... you better believe we're doing this immediately. Otherwise, the episode count for this LP would be staggeringly high. And for no reason either. Alright, computer Shaundi.
You know, I really miss hanging out. You want to do something?
What do you have in mind?
Nothing, apparently. But I guess we can dress up like Fun Shaundi. Sure. It's a fine outfit. But I mean, like, if I want to not dress up like anybody else, that's gonna be kind of a problem. Cause, she can't really change clothes, she's a program. We're always going to be twinsies, whether we want to be or not. And I don't know if I'm ready for that kind of pressure. Alright, so supposedly only 4 things to do. And they didn't look that long either. Alright, well, tell us what we gotta do, Shaundi. Once we... alright, right here. Sure, alright. Easy walk.
Let's gear up with some guns, boss. Lit this friendly fire.
Alright, well, I guess after this, we'll only need 1 more. Okay, thankfully the Zin don't care that I kinda just smashed that. So what do we got here for the puzzle? Can you solve it before I do? I mean, yeah, probably. Though this one was just really easy for some reason. Like, you're saying that was the 33rd puzzle? Come on. You can do harder than that. You have done harder than that before.
Found a great place to hit the simulation where it hurts.
Alright then, so this is probably gonna be the longest thing we do. Because it is a virus injection, so... depending on the setup, this might take a minute. Okay, what you got for me? Anybody? There we go. Nice slide, dude. Please explode. I hope that counts. That didn't count! Look, I'm sorry I pushed him out of the ring, but it was fun. I like doing it. Alright, let's try to be a little more careful this time. I'm pretty sure I pull out the rocket launcher eventually. Surely I must. Because that's kind of just the optimal thing to do with their tanks, is just... gravity them, blow them up. Simple enough. Just fling that over there. There we go. That's how you do it. Though I'm also very low on rocket launchers, which sucks. I would like to blow up more things. Alright, well, yeah, we are just about done with Fun Shaundi's stuff, though. Hers are a lot shorter than our regular garden variety Shaundi. Not quite the radius I was hoping for, but I didn't upgrade it, so maybe that's on me. Anyway, though, yeah, so... a bit shorter than regular Shaundi. Also, there is no romance scene for Fun Shaundi, and in fact, you can't normally speak to her on the ship. They just kind of attach her to that computer, because she doesn't show up otherwise. But yeah, she does have a romance scene, which, you know, is probably good. I feel like that should just be for the regular Shaundi. No offense, I'm sure Fun Shaundi was great. That was kind of part of her thing, but... we're just here for our regular Shaundi. And, like, genuinely, I did really like the romance scene for Shaundi. That was just kind of sweet. They do have a range of just like, that's actually kind of nice, and just, we have sex now. Kenzie punches you in the face and then leaps on you, and that's all you need. We get a Nightblade joke in for Matt. Sin, of course, we haven't seen whatsoever. Definitely not. Don't go looking for it, it never happened. It's false. You made that up if you thought you saw it. What are you gonna do to prove that, huh? Are you gonna watch Enter the Dominatrix again? Bet you won't. I wouldn't do that. But yeah, I feel like that kind of winds up being a lot of Shaundi, though. I feel a little bad for her in that a lot of regular Shaundi doesn't actually get that many jokes. A lot of her stuff is actually just, like, kind of well thought out scenes, which I guess is another reason that Fun Shaundi might be here, so that they can take her a little less seriously. But yeah, a lot of her homie conversations are actually just, like, significant for her character.
Remember when we used to grab cars off the road? Ah, good times.
I mean, I only did that when I needed to. I never really liked these missions. This is my favorite version of it. And it is definitely the most simplified out of all of them. But car-based challenges were not the ones I particularly liked, apparently. But yeah, no, like, not to say Shaundi doesn't get jokes attached to her, but I do feel like if any character just gets, like, kind of fleshed out or gets, you know, a little, tiny little drama scene, it is gonna be Shaundi. So yeah, I guess Fun Shaundi is mostly here so that we can get some, I'd actually say catharsis with regular Shaundi sometimes. Like, she does oft get, just kinda nice scenes. Or sometimes depressing scenes, like the audio log we picked up last for her. Cause that one's just about how, she hasn't been happy since Johnny died. No matter what happened, she just never felt the same. Which is, you know, maybe kind of realistic that sometimes people don't get closure, and that can be maddening. Also, yeah, this tank does get, nitro. The tanks in the previous game didn't get nitro. No, this time you just get the, nitro everything upgrade, and it genuinely does mean everything. I think as long as it's a ground craft, you just get the, nitro. I don't think that applies to aircrafts. And if it does, I've really been missing out, but no, I'm fairly certain they only attach nitro to the ground vehicles. Just the one with wheels, thanks. Though, I mean, this is Saints Row 4, they could get wacky with it if they wanted to.
Got a lead on a bunch of Zen hanging out doing nothing. Let's take them out.
Loitering, are they? This reminds me of the, what was the cops mission type again?
Damn, we had some good parties after all that. Then again, I knew how to have a good time. A little lower dust, some beer bongs, some hacky sack, and bam! Instant party. We all needed the distraction after taking over Ultor. And distractions are what I do best. I mean, what did any of us know about running a multi-billion-dollar company after all? Though a few hits off the light bulb later, we didn't really care.
I just remembered it's called Fuzz. But yeah, it just made me think of that one line like, "There are youths on skateboards. I don't like them." Or whatever that was. But yeah, I feel like Fun Shaundi's audio logs actually lead off really well into regular Shaundi's. Because, yeah, hers, I believe, end off on that one. Which means they just end off on like, yeah, we took over Ultor and we didn't know what to do with it. So I, you know, was just like, hey, let's be irresponsible. to distract from the fact that we do not know what we're doing here. And then you just go from that immediately into, I think, regular Shaundi's was just the one about how TV actually kind of cleaned up her act. Pretty sure that was the one. Either way, though, yeah, just a very good lead-off into Shaundi as we know her now. Just, hey, yeah, just after Ultor, I was kind of the same as I was before. I was basically there to help out and distract everybody from the stress. And then that just leads off into, nope, I sobered up over the years. Anyway, if I remember correctly, we are going to be seeing this guy get a little trickier for one particular reason. Though, other than that thing, wardens are still pretty easy at this point. Yeah, I know what that looks like. Like, you can't trick me with your own stomp. I know how stomps work, I love using them, and I also like jumping before I use them, so you're not going to trick me into thinking you're doing anything else. I'm not gonna stand there and wonder, being like, huh, what's he doing? What idea does he have? I bet it's pretty good. Oh. Though I am going to stand there like a moron for that attack, apparently. That's the one I'll be stupid for. Is it really on top of the building? Okay, you know what? That was a good telekinesis hit. I can't even be mad at that one. Like, that's just solid. Also, thanks for the HP, I was running low. Get out of the water, please. Okay, so we're gonna jump into him. Okay, nope, not this time.
You done already?
One cycled. Okay, I'm pretty sure it must be next time the, things get a little bit different. Because that was the same as it ever was.
Man, what a rush. That was great. Come by the ship and let me say thanks in person.
Okay, like, should I have brought you along for these, Shaundi? I know you're not a super homie or anything, but, like, you seem like you also wanted to be out here in the field. I don't know. If I was gonna change one thing I'd done for this LP, it probably would have been bring homies along for their own mission type, but I don't really use other characters when I play. I don't even co-op with humans, so why am I gonna play with a computer? No offense to you right now, Shaundi.
Kick ass, boss. It was really cool hanging out with you again. And I helped fight back against the Zin. That's what we call a win-win.
Good rhyme, Shaundi. Alright, we can also shrink enemies too. I feel like gravity's more useful, but then again, I haven't used shrink all that much, so maybe I'm just missing out, and geez, we're 5 levels from maxing out respects. We're real close to the end in a lot of respects. Either way, though, that'll do it for Saints Row 4 this time. Next time, now that we're done with both Shaundis, we can do their combined loyalty mission. So, anyway, how are we gonna do this, Shaundi? Are we gonna, like, cyber, or what?